What's going on, guys? Joey Franzo here with Flex Training Systems. We're about a week out from Raw Nationals. The busiest week of the year by far. It's like the Super Bowl of powerlifting, but it's a week long. And I know it's going to be a very, very busy week for me, as these last weeks have been. So I wanted to kind of sit down and talk to you guys quickly. Not too quickly, before we got out there. We're getting really close to the meet. A lot of people are kind of freaking out. Just a lot of nerves. Even my more experienced lifters are, it's a lot on the line. Maybe they've been working hard for a long time, and this is the chance that they get to, prove themselves and really earn a spot on a world team. So, it's a lot of pressure, but as in the many competitive endeavors I've engaged in, when you get very, 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 very close to what you want, it's very important to keep your composure, focus on the task at hand, and to not overthink things and make mistakes. For example, as we're getting close to the competition, let's say you're cutting only a couple pounds, there's no reason to start water loading early, or dropping carbs early, or manipulating sodium early, or doing cardio when you don't need to be. Nothing needs to change. I had one lifter just kind of do things without telling me, and that's a big no-no. We definitely don't want to do that. You always want to be on the same page as coach. Granted, this is our first meet together, so there's always going to be some kinks that need to be worked out. But yeah, other than that, you don't want to change your training split. You want to just stick to the plan. It kind of goes back to what I've talked about in the past about how when you deal with smart lifters, how it can be a bad thing because they will sometimes adjust things that they shouldn't be. It just depends on the personality. It's like a neurotic type of thing. They take your advice and they kind of know their own stuff, so they make changes and they think it's okay without really communicating. And then you have the other type of lifter that, thinkers and doers. You have thinkers, which I just described, and you have doers that kind of, they just do what they're told, and then there's no problem. Granted, this is a whole nother video in itself, but moral of the story, keep it together. We're getting very close to the meet now. I have one real training session left, which is today, of squat, and then that's pretty much it. I'm gonna do some singles when I get to Florida, and then I'm done. I'm basically done with anything worth mentioning. And my mindset coming into this meet is, as far as my lifting goes, that's like nothing. That's like literally the least of my worries. It's everybody else that I want to make sure are good to go. I am very confident on my end and that I'm going to make the right call when the time comes. It's just, I can put what I believe to be the right weight on the bar based on their previous attempt and everything that I know about the lifter leading up to this point, but it's up to them to kind of execute, and that's kind of what I want to touch on is you can win the meet in training. I believe that you can prepare for the competition and kind of, solidify your placing as long as, you execute on the day. And that's why we do singles. That's why we practice, control and things like that, so that on the day, regardless of whatever nerves you have, as soon as you step on the platform, I just did a podcast with Ben Rice, and he mentioned the term flow state, where you kind of, you just shut your brain off and everything just works after that. It's like you're actually there, you're lifting the weight, you can hear everything around you, and you can see the people in front of you, but your body is just kind of going through the motion. You don't need to think, where to set your hands. You don't need to think to take a breath and get your back tight and brace and get your head up and breathe in and brace hard and take the weight into the hole. Feel your body stretch and then come out of it and push as hard as you can. It just happens on its own because you've done it so many times. All you have to do, it's as simple as this, is do what you do. That's it. Do what you do. If you can, take all this hard work. Literally, I've had guys training for years for this meet, right? Maybe they skipped out last year and this is the year that they wanted to do it. You want to just step on the platform, do what you do, and if you're training is going to be on point, you're nothing you can do about how strong you are right now. You just have to let your peak do its thing, trust your process, and all that good stuff, so that when you step onto the platform, you can just lift. Your technique is not an issue. You don't need to worry about long pauses or any of that because you've been practicing it. You're going to hold your deadlifts at the top. You're going to squat deep. There's not going to be any issues. You're going to get in there, smash the weight, and get out with no injuries. And that's what we want. That way, regardless of the pandemonium and the utter chaos that is a primetime session, nothing is going to sway you. You have your little routine. If you guys, me, when I lift, I'm very lax. I'm kind of messing around and I'm chilling and I'm not really too stressed about anything because, I know that for those couple hours that I'm in the meet, nothing really matters right now. My phone doesn't matter. My emails don't matter. Nothing matters except me lifting what's in front of me. It is one of the very few times where, in training, you could argue it's like that too, but obviously to a lesser extent. When you're at the meet, nothing in the outside world matters right now except you competing. Obviously, there's a family emergency or some shit, then you got to deal with that. But that's what I hope to transfer over to you guys, is that when you are at the meet and you're in those moments, nothing else matters right now. You're just going to lift. You're going to have fun. You're going to enjoy the moment, soak it in. I'm literally competing with Dennis Cornelius. I'm not really competing because he's gonna win, but I'm there, and I found a way to get there regardless, of how light I am actually going to be and what I'm gonna put up. But I found a way to get there, and I'm gonna hold my own, and I'm gonna, show that, I can walk the walk and talk the talk, and I'm going to, just enjoy, I was in the same flight as Dennis Cornelius when he, potentially squatted 900 pounds. And that's something that's going to be with me, forever. Granted, some of you guys want to be the Dennis Cornelius. Some of you guys want to be the one doing the legendary thing on the day. And I think that, you guys, same thing. You guys got to be happy to be there, competing against the best of the best. If you're in that primetime session, and even if you're not in primetime, let's say you're competing at night or in the morning or in the afternoon, you're still lifting at the meet where, a lot of shit's going to go down this meet that we're going to remember. I remember last meet, I think it was the first time Ray hit 1,000 in a meet, and I was there. I remember being there. I was backstage, and I was watching on the monitor because I was handling Grant Higa, and I didn't want to go around to the front to watch the squat, so I just watched it on the screen, and it was just chaos. It was insane, and I was happy to be there. That performance was not my best performance. Obviously, I have a lot of other things going on at Nationals, but it was able to get me to the Arnold. It served its purpose, and my people did good, and that's all I can really hope for. So we're looking to do that again this year. A lot of adversity coming into this year, just dealing with just random life occurrences, but I think we're gonna do very, very well. Good luck to all the competitors that are competing. I don't even know what I'm gonna fucking title this video. So many different things going on, but I guess if I could leave you guys with something. Let me just pull up my phone. I actually posted a quote, and apparently people liked it because it had a lot of people, shoot me a DM like, "Yo, Joey, that shit was real shit." So here we go. Someone took the same situation that you've been complaining about, and they won with it. I think it's a very powerful statement. I actually got this from French Montana. For those of you that know, hip hop is is I think there's a lot of parallels between just life in general, a lot of the things that they go through, and I like listening to music that talks about the shit people have gone through and where they are now, and etc. etc. But anyway, I hope you guys are able to take something away from this video. Stay in the pocket. We're almost there. It's almost time. I'm gonna try to get one more podcast up before I would have to do it. I already did it. I just have to edit it. Probably tomorrow or the day after. I gotta pack. I gotta make sure everything's good to go before I take off. But this is it. This is a culmination of a lot of hard work. And then, after Nationals, we're gonna chill out for a little bit. But then we got the American Open immediately after. That's gonna be That's gonna be the biggest local meet. I think that we're gonna have down here in SoCal, and I gotta do this again. Then, so we live in life right now. We're having fun. We're doing the thing. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.